For the purpose of this video, I'll be comparing the 4.6 Photon XT to the 6.5 XT, and then to the 6 power Photon RT, and possibly eventually the 4.5 RT will be added in at a later date. I will not be using the internal IRs for these devices. I've already got an external IR. I'll be using NS350 for Predator Hunter Outdoors. That's what I use. I already have it, and the internal IRs are a little underpowered for what we do. So with that, we'll start the comparison. Got a coyote decoy across the road at about 150 yards. Again, this is the 4.6 Photon XT. At about 150 yards with the NS350 Illuminator on low. The tree to the left is just over 100 yards. Stands out a little bit better. There's not as many weeds around it. We'll go back to the decoy, and we'll take the Illuminator and go from low to medium. Again, it's the NS350, not the internal IR, on medium, 150 yards. I'll back the focus off a little bit. Tighten the picture up. Again, that's medium, 150 yards. Now we go to high. We've got more than enough IR. So again, it's the Photon XT 4.6 with NS350 Illuminator. Next we'll move on to the 6.5 XT. Now we're looking through the Photon XT 6.5. Coyote decoy is 150 yards. NS350 Illuminator from Predator Hunter Outdoors on low. Go ahead and bump the Illuminator up to medium. Gonna use the focus to readjust the picture. Medium's almost too much at this point. It's coyote decoy, 150 yards on medium. Again, the tree over here is just over 100 yards. Coyote decoy, 150. We're going to bump the Illuminator up to high. You see the difference in the picture clarity between the two XTs, the magnification difference, and the difference in the field of view. Now, the good thing about the 6.5 and the way that I normally use it is the center pops out of the lens cap. So you can actually use it with the lens cap closed. If you have an external IR, you do get less light capture this way, but the picture gets a whole lot cleaner, as I'll show you. You can actually tighten this beam back down some. Bring the picture back into focus. That's on low. The bad thing about the XTs is I can adjust picture brightness in the scope itself, but none of that reflects in the recording. So as it stands now, with that on low, I can barely see that decoy standing down there. But if I bump the picture brightness up, I can see it pretty good. Go back to medium. And then back to high. Back to focus off a little bit and not white out the decoy. So again, that's the Photon XT 6.5 with the NS350 Illuminator from Predator Hunter Outdoors. Now we have the new Sightmark Photon RT 6x magnification, still using the NS350 Illuminator from Predator Hunter Outdoors. Coyote decoy 150 yards. Tree is about 100 yards roughly. Another major plus for this thing is I am no longer having to use an external DVR. I'm recording everything on board directly through the scope. There's many more features available with the scope. I'm not going to go through the majority of that. This video is just to show the clarity, the picture, and the performance difference between the models. So, but now I am, like I said, recording everything on board without the external DVR that I was using. It's about the best picture I get out of it at that setting. Like I said, that's low on the NS350. Decoy's 150 yards. We will bump this up to medium. You can see the Photon tries to adjust for some of the white out. And back off the focus on the IR a little bit. Oh, look at that. We have a cat coming in to investigate the decoy.
Rob, did you need to put any of your stuff in the refrigerator?
There's a guest star to this video. Another nifty feature with this scope is now I can actually go in, and when I change the picture brightness on the scope itself, all of that should reflect in the video now. So a major bonus for anybody that likes to record. Like I said again, 150 yards, coyote decoy. There's a cat out there. We'll bump this up to high on the IR. $150 yards. The brand new Sightmark Photon RT 6x magnification. Now, like its 6.5 predecessor in the XT, the lens cap also features a removable center portion, so we can actually close the lens cap, which I'm going to do now, and probably crispen up that picture even more. Now we have the lens cap closed. IR illuminator still on high. You can see the picture got a lot better, and there's even more adjustments. We'll follow this cat off, watch him walk away. Thanks for the guest appearance. Come back over to our decoy. So picture picked up quite a bit more contrast. It got cleaner. It did get a little bit dimmer because we're not letting as much light into the unit itself. And on top of that, one more additional feature for this unit is now you have the ability to 2x digital zoom. That's the illuminator on high, 150 yards on the decoy. We're now at 12 times magnification. We'll go back over and we'll bring it back out to its native 6x. And that will end this portion of the video. Now we have the Pulsar Digisight N960LRF with the NS350 Illuminator from Predator Hunter Outdoors. This device has a native 3.5 times magnification. Does have a lot more functions than the Photon devices. It's also quite a bit more expensive. Coming in at more than double the price of the RT. It is more adjustable than the others. It's got a built-in rangefinder, but I also have the ability to adjust now both contrast and picture brightness. Plus, I can zoom digitally all the way in to 14x. It's digital zoom, so it does get really pixelated at that, as you can see, but it is an option. It's the NS350 on low. NS350 Illuminator on medium. And high. And there you have it. Digisight N960LRF. Like I said, it's double the money of the other options. It does have a lot more features, but overall, depending on what you're after, you can use that to make up your decision.